This week's Dream Car is a 1957 Ford Thunderbird. This was the answer to the Corvette, which was brought out in '53. The '55 T-Bird was a little plainer than this car. By '57, they had it refined. It had the bigger fin, it had a neat hood scoop, and it had a whole array of options. You could order this thing as a hot rod with a supercharged 312 engine and a standard, or you could order it as a luxury cruiser with air conditioning, power windows, power seats, power steering, power brakes. You could get two tops. You could get the optional wire wheels. There was a whole array of options. It became really a custom car. Ford's paying attention to the popularity of this car with their new two-seater T-Bird. But what makes these cars a whole bunch of fun is they're a really neat car to drive. So why don't we take this thing for a spin and you'll understand why I like this car. One of the first things you got to do with any convertible is drop the top. And though this thing isn't a brand new Mercedes where you push a button, it's not all that difficult to get the top back there. One of the neat things about these cars is just sensory overload. The top down, it's fall here, you can smell the leaves, but it's just a fun car to drive. Nothing makes that sound like a 312 engine. It's not a hot rod motor, but it still has some power. It's smooth, you have a little bit of performance. Just a really fun car to drive. Not a hot rod, but I mean, you can cruise along at 50 miles an hour, and it's just one of those nice days where this is a great car to be in. One of the other good things about these cars are parts are available. Whether you're restoring one, doing a ground-up restoration, or you've got a nice original car like this one here and you just need a couple odds and ends, virtually everything is available. They're a relatively easy car to restore. There's nothing complex about the car. Motors are relatively cheap to rebuild. They're a good, easy car to maintain. You can take it to just about anybody that knows anything about older cars. They'll be able to work on this thing. It's not like a Babbitt motor that's got special bearings or anything like that. The other nice thing about this car is you can hot rod them up. We've seen some '57 T-Birds that have wider wheels that have been lowered down. If that's your game, that's an easy thing to do on these too. And we've actually even seen a few of these at the vintage races. Keep in mind, these were the cars that were designed to chase the Corvettes down. Let's talk about this particular car. It was ordered with a super rare factory air conditioning, and you can't understand how important that is on one of these cars with original paperwork. Some of the other options it had was power steering, power brakes, and of course one of the really neat things, probably the first thing you caught on this, is the color. It's pink or dusk rose back then, and that's what really stands out on one of these cars. Who would order a pink car today or in 1957 other than Mary Kay, but it works on this car. This car has 23,190 miles from new. It is original paint, original tires, original upholstery, original top. Unbelievable. How do we know that? We have paperwork. And what we have is an owner history since brand new. We've got an original title, we've got the warranty book, and we've got titles from the original owner to the current owner. We've got the mileage documented on the oil change sticker. How about that? Cars like this are a once-in-a-lifetime car. This car has got to bring $50,000, and that's a deal.